The Indian Prime Minister says he's deeply saddened to hear of the death of a student who was gang raped on a bus in Delhi. The 23-year-old woman died in Singapore, where she was being treated after having 3 operations in a Delhi hospital. The attack earlier this month led to violent public protests across India.
Doctors in Singapore say she suffered from severe organ failure. She'd been transferred there for medical treatment. The doctors say the trauma to her body was simply too much to overcome. Now, this video you're looking at here is the hospital mortuary in Singapore where her body was taken. India's ambassador to Singapore says it has been a very difficult time for the woman's family. They want their privacy protected. Now, in New Delhi, police are appealing for calm. They have already shut down parts of the city. They closed 10 metro stations. They are banning demonstrations in the area where some of the more furious protests broke out last weekend. The Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh released a statement saying, "I join the nation in conveying to her family and friends my deepest condolences at this terrible loss. I want to tell them and the nation that while she may have lost her battle for life, it is up to us all to ensure that her death will not have been in vain."
The Indian High Commissioner announcing the death of the 23-year-old gang rape victim. She spent her final hours in a hospital in Singapore with her family by her side. She had suffered from severe organ failure following injuries to her body.
The family, of course, is shattered by this development. At the same time, they realize that the best possible medical attention was provided to her, and in the end, it was the scale of her injuries which proved too much for the medical treatment which was provided to her.
The body is expected to be flown back to India later today. A special Indian aircraft has just landed in Singapore to bring the body back. Police sources say murder charges will now be framed against the accused and that this crime will be treated as a rarest of rare crime. The 6th accused in this case has now been sent to 12 days judicial custody. Remember, he is a juvenile. This happened just a few minutes ago at Jantar Mantar in the capital, Delhi. Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit was heckled as she visited the protest site. She lighted a candle in solidarity at the site before leaving.
At Jantar Mantar, protesters getting agitated when the Delhi Chief Minister tried to make an entry into the venue along with her entourage, while in another part of Delhi, JNU students staged a peaceful march condoling the death of the braveheart.
The 23-year-old braveheart may not be alive anymore, but her pain and the trauma still alive in the heart of every Indian. The national capital, the epicenter of protests, demanding justice for the girl.
The police have said that you can carry out peaceful protests in Jantar Mantar and also at Ramlila Maidan, but no protests would be allowed at India Gate, Vijay Chowk or Rajpath.
Bracing itself, Delhi police closed down 10 metro stations, sealing off the area around the India Gate for general public. At Jantar Mantar, scores of people who were peacefully mourning the death of the girl got agitated when Delhi Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit made an attempt to meet them with her entourage. While the students of Jawaharlal Nehru University staged a silent march from the Munirika bus stop, where the girl boarded the bus on the fateful night.
This very bus stop from where that 23-year-old girl was picked up on that tragic night has today become a center of protest for these protesters who claim that this girl has become a martyr, has become an inspiration for them for a larger national awakening. And they believe even this silent protest today, where they hold flowers and banners in their hands, will send across a very strong message to the higher-ups, because all these protesters demand at present holding banners that say that she has become a martyr and inspiration for them, clearly demanding justice also for a safer capital and a safer country.
Girl is a symbol. She is inspiring for us actually. To thousands of lakhs of women who face suffering, she given the expression to us. That's why she is the one giving inspiration.
Condoling the death of a braveheart whose sad demise has shook 1 billion people to the core and will perhaps continue to haunt the national conscience for time to come.
thoughts are sad. This girl who expired was a brave daughter of our motherland. We deeply condole her sad demise. I have already expressed my condolence. I share it with you. And at the same time, this is an occasion where nation as a whole, society as a whole, we shall have to resolve that this totally condemnable incident are not recurred. Let us resolve to create a conducive situation for the safety, dignity of our mothers, sisters, daughters of Indian women. This is in conformity with our tradition, civilization, and I am quite confident Prime Minister's resolve not to allow things to be repeated will be implemented.
Brothers and sisters, my heart is heavy with sorrow and anguish for the young woman who fought so bravely against impossible odds. For nearly 2 weeks, she battled the unspeakably brutal and bestial assault on her that has now taken her life. Her unbounded courage and her indomitable spirit will never die and will never be forgotten. It strengthens our resolve to fight with all our might and all the powers of our laws and our administration for the safety and protection of all women of our country, and to ensure swift and fitting punishment for the perpetrators of such brutal acts. It deepens our determination to battle the pervasive, the shameful social attitudes and mindsets that allow men to rape and molest women and girls with such impunity. Today, all Indians grieve as though they had lost their own beloved daughter, their cherished sister, a young woman of 23 whose life, full of hope, dreams and promise, was ahead of her. Our heart go out to her parents and her family. The whole country shares their pain. Today we pledge that she will get justice, that her fight will not have been in vain. To all of you who have stood vigil, who have expressed your anger and anguish publicly, who have poured out in her support, I want to assure you that your voice has been heard. As a woman and mother, I understand how you feel. I appeal to you to remain calm and help strengthen our collective resolve to fight the menace of violence against women.
Our sympathy goes out to the bereaved family. Following the demise of the rape victim in Singapore, the autopsy is being conducted by a Singaporean medical team. The report will be made available to us at the earliest. We hope to file the charge sheet by the 3rd of January 2013. Section 302 IPC, which is the penal section for murder, has been added in the case. A special public prosecutor of eminence has been appointed to conduct the trial in a fast-track court on a day-to-day basis. It will be our endeavor to ensure the harshest punishment in the book to the culprits. Once again, on behalf of the Delhi Police, I appeal to you to maintain peace and calm as a mark of respect to the departed soul.
13 दिनों से ये लड़की लड़ रही थी अपनी जान के लिए। हमारे सबके हिंदुस्तान में जितने भी फैमिलीज हैं उनके सबके कुटुंब का एक सदस्य बन गई थी ये लड़की, और आज वो हमको छोड़ के चली गई है। ये जिस तरह जंग लड़ रही थी उस तरह हर एक पीड़ित महिला, हर एक महिला हिंदुस्तान में वही उस तरह का जंग लड़ती है जब वो घर से बाहर पड़ती है। और इसीलिए हम चाहते हैं कि जल्द से जल्द सबसे स्ट्रिक्टेस्ट पनिशमेंट इन लोगों को दी जाए, और कायदे में ऐसी बदल करनी चाहिए जो किसी की हिम्मत नहीं होनी चाहिए कि लड़की की तरफ नजर उठा के देखने की भी किसी की हिम्मत नहीं होनी चाहिए। ऐसे हम चाहते हैं कि लॉ में बदल हो और इनको इस तरह की सजा दिलवाई जाए।
कि जितना करना है उतना किया। आप लोगों ने भी देश में संवेदना व्यक्त की, युवकों ने की, जवानों ने की, बूढ़े ने की, सीनियर सिटीजन्स ने की। हम आपके साथ देश के संवेदनशील जो हमारी ये सब जिस प्रकार की भावना व्यक्त की उनके साथ सरकार है, हम भी आपके साथ है। और आप जो भावना चाहते हैं कि कड़ी से कड़ी सजा हो जाए और इस देश में इस तरह के बलात्कार न हो जाए, ये पूरा हम तजवीज कर देंगे।